Okay, this is not, I guess it's something of a review of the Toro powermax 26-inch, the one with the hand warmers, because the one without the hand warmers never showed up. By the way, hand warmers I think are worth it. The handles are extra strong on that one, and I reef on the snowblower a lot, especially because this driveway here is gravel. But also, like, I wear crappy old gloves, and these are like 20 years old, and your fingers get cold because the insulation sucks. You turn the hand warmers on, you forget you even had crappy gloves. So probably worth $100. Anyway, I wanted to show from here all the way, can we get out of the sun, all the way up there. I did all this in less than an hour and a half with that, and less than a tank of gas. I filled it up. It's gravel, which makes it more of a challenge. You can see here I finally have the skids dialed in pretty well. It's leaving behind maybe a ½ inch to a ¼ inch of snow, and I barely get any rocks. The skids are basically, if you get one, in the middle position, and that seems to work. I started it out a little bit higher because I don't like throwing rocks with a brand new snowblower, but it was leaving a little more behind than I liked. We have a 2-wheel drive car. If you have a 4-wheel drive car, you can probably set them all the way up and leave an inch on the ground and never hit a rock. Anyway, I wanted to show you just how much that thing clears. And I was using it on like speed 2. It's kind of windy, so I had to do a lot of weird back and forth because I was not, you know, depending on where the snow blows. Here I can blow it straight in the woods. Up here you'll see it's there's a bigger space, so you're blowing it to a place where you're going to be blowing it again and again and again. Anyway, I'm going to pace this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My stride's about 1 meter, so let's call that 10 meters, 10 yards. Let's pace it all the way up to the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, 50, 54, 55, 56, 57, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 68, 69, 70, 80, 90, 100, about 108 meters. So 108 meters, and up here we're not 10 across, like more like 1, 3, 6 meters across, maybe down there 5. So let's say half of that 100 meters is 5, so 50 times 5. Let's call it 250 square meters, but then I got this little carve out. That's about 30 square meters, so let's call that 280 square meters maybe. And then here it gets wider again. We're probably up to 10 here. So let's add, I don't know, another 50 square meters for that extra. So let's call that 280. 330. Then we got this, probably about 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. Let's call it 15 by 4. 15 by 4 is 60. We were at 330. Let's call that 390. And then you got this whole piece. What I did with my neighbors. Yeah, that's at least 10 by 10. what were we at, 500 total maybe there, 500 square meters ish, less than a tank of gas, and an hour and a half's time. And the amount of snow was somewhere between like 3 and 5 inches last night, depending. And look up here, you can see what was on the end of that 3-inch post. Like 6 or 7 there. So take a guess from that. That includes a little from the other day. So there you go. Probably 500 square meters. Hour and a half's time. Less than a tank of gas. Pretty good machine. Let's take a look down here. There's where the skids are set, and they're about halfway, which gives me about I would say a little less than a centimeter back there where that line is. What I did is in order to get it even, put a shim under there. I used a folded up cardboard box that was in the recycling bin, and that was that. Put it under there. It's a 1/2 inch nut. Loosen them all up, give it a push, tighten them all up, and you're good to go. Anyway, 1,500 bucks. Not cheap, but pretty darn good. And this little LED light, looks like I knocked it. I was snowblowing the other night. It's really bright. It works really well, except that you got to clear the snow off it about every 2 minutes because it blows all over it. Worth the money, worth the wait. I gave Toro a lot of shit about the fact that I paid their dealer 1,400 bucks, and then for 2.5 months they had no snowblower and no word about it until finally I told them to get me the one with that looked available, that had the hand warmers, and their distributor, I guess, went and picked one up in his car, so that was nice of them. So there it is, the 26-inch, I think it's the ohae 626 or 826, whatever it is, powermax 26-inch. Good machine. I still don't want to have to blow any more snow though.